to Charter's Local Edition. My name is Brad Pomerance. Thank you so much for joining us. Our guest is Eva LaRue. You can watch her every Monday night at 10 p.m. on CBS. She stars in CSI Miami, one of my favorite shows, I must say.
Thank you.
We'll talk about CSI Miami in a moment.
Okay.
First, I want to talk about you and your family and a disease that has afflicted many females in your family tree. Talk to us about ovarian cancer.
My grandmother and my great-grandmother unfortunately both died from ovarian cancer. And that was in a time when they really knew nothing about the disease. And sadly, all this time later, there hasn't been a lot more progress. 20,000 women will get the disease this year and 80% of them will die. That's how high the death rate is for ovarian cancer because of the late stage diagnosis, because there are no pap smears or quickie tests that you can take to find it.
And you have been a spokesperson for the National Ovarian Cancer Coalition, so really, you're talking the talk and walking the walk.
Yes, and just trying to make sure that people know what the symptoms are, because the quicker you catch it.
And that's what I want you to talk to us about. What are the symptoms, if any?
Well, a lot of them are sort of idiopathic, really. They're abdominal pain and bloating that lasts for more than 2 weeks. It's gas, it's nausea, it's a general feeling of malaise. It's also frequent urination. It's back pain. It's all those things that as women we go, we're too busy to go to the doctor. Right. But we know something's wrong.
And it's not menstruation pain. It's something different.
No, it's something that lasts for more than 2 weeks. And you have to. You can't just blow it off and say, I've got soccer to be at. Right. You have to go, because it could be the difference between saving yourself and
Eva,
not.
you mentioned you have two direct ancestors who have died of ovarian cancer. What about genetic testing? Is that something that you or various organizations would recommend? Because I assume there are markers. Yeah,
there are markers. There's the BRCA gene, which is a marker for breast cancer, but also for ovarian cancer. And that's kind of all new, this genetic testing. And nobody in my family has gotten it done yet, and there are a few places that do it. Right. But I think, And
I and my wife actually have some friends who tested positive for BRCA. They had already had their children and chose to have double mastectomies and hysterectomies.
Wow.
I mean, it's dramatic.
It's dramatic, but it
could save their lives.
It could save their lives.
Now, you are also trying to raise funds for ovarian cancer research. Tell us all about cardflexpink.com.
Okay, CardFlexPink. I aligned myself with a company that has a debit card that's called cardflexpink.com, and it's a debit card, so you can't get into trouble.
Perfect.
Especially in this particular time when people's credit cards are. It's just becoming a nightmare. And it's an adorable little opalescent pink card, so all girls everywhere will love it. And but we did do a companion card, a black card, and the money from that goes to cancer research.
Really?
But the proceeds from this CardFlex Pink card will go to ovarian cancer research and breast cancer research. So as you're spending your money, you're giving money back to these charities. And it's at a time when charities are going to fall by the wayside, because as everybody's trying to scrimp and save every last dollar, it's the first place that people are not going to be able to give.
And we know for so many years, female diseases were ignored by the medical establishment. So I am glad to hear that more money is being raised. Let's shift gears slightly, if I may, and let's talk about one of my favorite shows, CSI Miami.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
The show, the most watched show in the world.
In the world, yeah.
I mean, what is it like to be on a hit show? Who knew? From All My Children to, CSI Miami.
It's been absolutely awesome. This is my 4th year there, and they're still going strong. I mean, they're doing brilliantly well, and I think every year we manage to keep pulling people back in, because the show is exciting. People love the puzzle of it. People love the science of it.
And you can step in an episode and not worry about having not seen the last 2 weeks.
Exactly.
And that's what makes it so enjoyable for me and my wife when we have kids who are making us watch Disney Channel, and then we can turn on CSI Miami.
Do I know about that?
Eva, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
For Charter's Local Edition, my name is Brad Pomerance.
Hello, I'm Tracy Young, news anchor for Charter Communications, CNN Headline News Local Edition. If you missed any of these interviews, you can always watch them through Charter's video on demand, free, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. To access all of Charter Communications Local Edition interviews on VOD, please go to Charter's Channel 1, click on Community Interest, and then click on Government and Public Affairs. And thank you for being a Charter customer.